Vinay Bhardwaj. I'm a physician and I work for this amazing company called Carb. And I'd like to talk to you about a new diet solution that we have known as the low-carb diet. In this series of videos, we're going to be talking about the role of carbohydrates in weight gain, and we're going to be discussing terms like insulin resistance, ketosis, even things like carbohydrate cycling. So what we've done is we've divided the videos into 6 sections. And in the first section, we'll be talking about why people gain weight, what insulin resistance is, and the role of sugar in insulin resistance. After that, we'll talk about what a low-carb diet is, what a low-carb lifestyle is, and we'll talk about things like carb flu or carb withdrawal. Finally, we will talk about what ketosis is, what the difference between this diet and a ketoic diet is. And finally, we'll talk about carbohydrate refeeding or cycling. And this is probably some of the latest research that has been done on the Indian ethnic population instead of Western population. So the data is much more relevant for people in India and for South Asians. So I look forward to talking to you about it. Thank you. Talking about insulin, the role of insulin resistance in weight gain. So I think before we start off, I think it's good that we define some of our terms and we understand what insulin and insulin resistance are. Insulin is a hormone made in your own body. Whenever you eat anything with sugar in it, insulin is released so that the sugar gets funneled from the bloodstream into the cells and gets burned for energy. When you have a lot of insulin, your blood sugar will come down very quickly and it'll get all shoveled into the muscles and into the other healthy tissues in your body. When you don't have enough insulin, you can develop diseases like diabetes and diseases like polycystic ovarian syndrome, where instead of moving all of the sugar into the muscle cells, it moves it into the fat cells instead. So insulin resistance is a situation where your body is making so much excess insulin that the muscles and the liver and all the healthy tissues in your body start ignoring it. There's too much in the bloodstream, your pancreas is making too much, and the other cells in the body just start saying, okay, you know what, I'm not going to accept any more sugar, I'm not going to listen to you anymore. So that's what we call insulin resistance. And when your body is not listening to its own signals, that's when all that food starts getting stored as fat. Fat cells, they don't burn as much energy. They're actually storage mechanisms for the body to store energy. So when you don't have enough insulin or when it's not functioning properly in your body, you're going to gain weight. So insulin resistance leads to weight gain, as well as it leads to diabetes, and it leads to polycystic ovarian syndrome, and it makes these diseases worse. So what causes insulin resistance? Simply put, sugar. Large amounts of sugar absorbed very quickly and very frequently through the gut. Modern Indians eat more than 3 times the amount of sugar that our ancestors ate. And I'm talking about 2 to 3 decades ago, before the introduction of large amounts of processed food through our supermarkets. So we're eating a lot more sugar, and our bodies can't keep up. We're not making enough insulin, or the insulin that we make is being ignored by our own bodies. So in this diet, what we try to do is lower the amount of sugar that you're eating, lower the level of insulin resistance in your body, and therefore, as a side effect, lower your weight.